I never really thought it was an option. I went through high school playing volleyball. I played in middle school and high school, so with going to college, I kind of felt like volleyball was implied. But at the same time, I think I wanted something that was going to give me more of a challenge and a group to be a part of on campus. So it was a good transition from being a 18-year-old high school student to coming to college and knowing no one and having a group of girls who are really close-knit. This is a common question that I kind of joke about that I haven't figured it out yet, but I think it's taken a while to figure out how to have Army, nursing, and volleyball work together. And I've definitely made mistakes along the way. I've missed appointments, I've missed practice for things, I've double booked, but I think you eventually get into a system where, mine is I have a planner that I have to write everything out and cross it out as I do it. So you get into a system and you figure it out along the way, but nobody's perfect and we all make mistakes. So I think Norwich has opened a lot of opportunities for me. I definitely would not have been involved in the things that I am at a civilian school. The people I've met, the connections I've made, all the experiences I've had, I think have shaped me in one way or another. And putting on this uniform for the first time was the most terrifying thing I did my sophomore year. And now I do it on a weekly basis and it's no big deal. But each experience I've had with Army or nursing or volleyball, I think has made me grow in some little way. And now I have an opportunity to go to air assault school, so I'm leaving in a couple weeks for that. So I never would have done that if I was not at Norwich. So after college now, I have to pass my boards and get a job and continue to drill with the National Guard, and I never would have had those opportunities if it wasn't for Norwich. Norwich is definitely a unique school. I think everybody here made the decision to trade in the frats and sororities for combat boots and ACUs, and it's not your typical college. People wake up at 5 in the morning and go for formation, and people are all, my schedule is pretty typical for everybody here. Everyone has a crazy schedule. I chose to come here because, I was introduced to the school from my grandfather. He graduated in 1960. And I said, I guess I'll look at the school, give it a shot. And I came here, and the first thing I noticed was the campus. It's gorgeous. And then I noticed the family, like my grandfather's classmates and all the faculty and alumni, and everybody is one family, and I loved that. And I felt like I come from a small town on the Cape, and I was scared to move to college and start that process, but having a close-knit group like at Norwich, it was comforting. I would tell a prospective athlete that when you're choosing a school, it's important to choose a school that's going to make you into the person that you want to be one day. And Norwich is definitely a place that's going to do that. You are always challenged, and it takes an incredible amount of strength to make it through a four-year school like this, and by the end of it, you're a completely different person than when you started. So I think if someone is looking for an option like that, I think Norwich is definitely the place to be.
This video was produced by Norwich Athletic Communications.